Hey everybody, I'm Bob from DITV, and I'm sitting here with two very special guests all the way from Yukon, Canada. We have Brenda and Gerry here. And Brenda, what do you do and what are you doing here at Destination Imagination?
I'm a teacher in the Yukon, and I've taught for over 20 years, and I had the opportunity to come here quite by chance actually, because one of my former students' mother was sitting around the campfire because her husband runs an outfitting business in the Yukon. They're sitting by the campfire and they start talking about DI, and she says, "What's DI?" And then it got things started, and she said, "You've got to come, Brenda, this will be so exciting. Got to learn about it, I've got to talk to the ministry about it." And I thought, wow, okay, I'd love to do that, and that's how it all started.
Wonderful. Okay, and Gerry, you're with the Ministry of Education in Canada?
Yeah, I'm with Department of Education, Public Schools, and Advanced Ed. So my whole thing is any opportunity to make school more hands-on, and so I'm involved in trades and applied skills, and I guess we're looking at DI as an applied skill. So if we can get it into the curriculum and have it as an active part for our grade 8s, that's why I'm here, to try to determine how we can get that into the schools basically as soon as possible.
Wonderful. So I know you're both fairly new to DI, so we'll get to that in a second, but what have you been noticing? What are you excited about with your schools and your teaching, and how do you see some of what you're gleaning from DI fit into a little bit of that as you're getting used to it?
Well, I had the training, the initial introduction in Vancouver in the fall, and since that time we've started to implement the DI programming into the school. We just do it at lunchtime, and other schools learned about it too, and they've been doing the training as well and doing all the challenges and the activities. And recently we had a showcase event at our school, and the Minister of Education and some other dignitaries and school people and appraisers were there, and we did a showcase and we showed what it was all about. So the kids got certainly got a taste of it. And it was lots of fun, and the thing that was amazing is that also parents of the kids were there, and they got the chance to try some instant challenges, and there's definitely a buzz, and people are really excited about it.
That's excellent, that's excellent. So lots of experience, 20 years of teaching, and you're in the Department of Education there. What do you see as the future of education? Where do you see education going, or where do you want to focus up in the Yukon schools and maybe Western Canada more generally?
Well, what I think is exciting about DI is the fact that it really is relevant for the kids. It's hands-on, it's action, it's problem solving, it's thinking, and it's teamwork. And a lot of the kids are really disengaged at the higher levels in school, say high school. And in our community, we have quite a few people that live in very small places, very, very small towns, and they really don't see what the point is. But one of the people that went to this special event in Vancouver, the training session, she's from one of the communities, and she said the kids are really loving it. And I think Gerry can really speak to that too for the older kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to be flying to a place called Old Crow in a couple of weeks, and Old Crow is above the Arctic Circle. This is a school where it's based in a community that's totally isolated, and I think any opportunity to keep the kids active and it's related to what they do at home or related to real things. And I guess that's what I saw even this morning when we saw the project-based
Project Outreach.
Yeah, I mean
Awesome.
the stuff that's real. I mean, we're finding students who have a difficulty getting up in the morning because it's so dark, and if we just have them sitting at desks and doing make-believe stuff, it doesn't work. So I think there's a real need, especially of our northern boys, where that's more active, and anything that's active and real and multifaceted, where you're doing, you know, the art, the drama, the building all in one. As a builder, I just love the opportunity. Even the other day when we did the challenge, and I'm taping away with these other adults and kids. I mean, it's just a really different way of learning, and the sooner we can kind of incorporate more of that. I've just been involved in trying to repair and fix up all our rural shops in all the territory, the rural schools, and there's a real difference between what's happening in Whitehorse and what's happening in our outlying communities, and I think those are the opportunities, and those kids would actually, I think they died and gone to heaven to see the sort of stuff that we've seen here today. It's been so stimulating. In fact, it's almost over the top. There's so much, and you're probably not used to it by being here, but when you come from the north and you're in a small community, And that's not so much Whitehorse, but the rural small towns. We're talking schools of 60 students. That's K to 12 or 100. I mean, that's just that's a row of the opening. The opening was just, I mean, the laser show alone. It's like so much. In fact, sometimes in some respects, maybe too much to begin with. And I think there's a lot of maybe cultural shock. But that's the wow factor. I mean, we're really looking for something that gives a wow factor. I mean, and if it's been done the same old. I mean, a year ago, I didn't even know this thing existed. I'm just thinking, and now where? Knoxville? I have to look on the map to find out. I know you're in the south, but where in the south, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like, I can't believe it's Friday already. You know, it's like, wow, and they just keep bringing more. I mean, an hour ago, I didn't know we were doing this either. So the surprises are just wonderful.
That's
anyway,
excellent.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Just that I really think it's exciting that it's something that will reach all the children. And I know we have a lot of children in any other place too that have trouble at school, or they feel like they don't fit in, or they have a troubled background. And as a teacher who's taught for a long time, it's really nice to see that there'll be a place for them. And having tried it out this year, some of the little characters in my class, I thought, oh, I'm not sure, they have a hard time sitting still or not blurting things out. They were great and really engaged, and they can totally think outside the box. They're really good.
That's awesome. Well, we certainly look forward to hearing all about just the growth over there in the Yukon schools, and then other efforts over there in Canada, and maybe even seeing some teams here in Knoxville in the future. But it was very nice meeting both of you.
Very nice to meet you.
Best of luck
Thank
with
you.
all the efforts
Nice
there.
talking with you.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Bye now.